In this episode, you'll learn how to buck Andariel to earn more and better loot from killing her. Welcome to Diablo 2 for Dummies. This series is meant for all the new players joining us veterans in Diablo 2 Resurrected. My name is Rejnols and let me tell you how to bug the big titty spider lady. I'll start this video simply showing you and telling you how to perform the bug, but if you wanna know why this is still a thing even 20 years after release, stick around a little bit afterwards and I will quickly explain that as well. So, the process of triggering this bug is quite simple, and you only have to do it once per difficulty for each character you have. It can be performed both solo and in multiplayer, just make sure that whoever you're playing with are following the same steps as you are. Step 1 is simply making it to Andariel and slay her. You can grab any of the loot she drops, don't worry about that, just pick it up if you want to. Step 2 requires you to take the free portal that opens after defeating her. If no portal opens after defeating her, it means you're in a game where the host has already killed Andariel. I am not 100% sure whether or not this makes it impossible for you to buck Andariel yourself, but it might, so keep that in mind if you're joining a game. Step 3. Once you take the portal back to town, go straight to Warif, that's the guy who takes you to Act 2, and press the Go East option in the dialogue menu. It is important you go straight to Warif and don't talk to any other NPCs. If you do talk to any of the NPCs, it'll be too late and you can no longer buck Andariel. Step 4. While it doesn't seem like this is necessary, I usually save and quit the game once I arrive in Act 2. As I said, it's not something that needs to be done apparently, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. And that is it. Congratulations, you have now bucked Andariel to always use her first time kill loot table no matter how many times you kill her. This simply means that she will drop more and rarer items more often than she would otherwise. You might wonder if this is a bannable offense or something that will get your character in trouble or even deleted. But I can say with 99.99% certainty that this will not affect you in any way, shape or form. The reason why I say 99.99% instead of 100% is because obviously there is a small chance that Blizzard decides to change their policy on the bug. Perhaps they even go ahead and fix it, who knows. That said, this bug has existed for 20 years and was even present in the beta, and the developers have not said anything about banning people for using it. So how come this bug still exists? I mean, the game is 20 years old, but the remaster should have fixed it, right? Well, it's actually a fun little tale of game development if you have any interest in that. You see, while the game is a remaster where all the graphics, visual effects, and sound effects have been upgraded, all the new stuff is actually running on top of all the old stuff. So that means that the old engine with all the old code and bugs are still running in the background, and on top is simply layered a new visual style and new HD textures and so on. Now, this doesn't mean that the game is exactly the same coding as it was back in 2000, but a lot of the same bugs, such as the Andariel bug I just explained, is still present in the game. And I honestly just think this is a really smart way of making a remaster without messing up the game. Because obviously, Diablo 2 is one of the greatest action RPGs of all time. It came out in the year 2000 and is still played to this day, and even 20 years later got a remaster. So the game is really popular and was really well made from the start. Of course, there are still improvements to be made, and that's why they've added quality of life things such as being able to auto pick up gold, change how the minimap looks, etc. But why did they not fix this bug? Well, I just think it was a case of priority. I mean, it doesn't really hurt anyone that you get more loot. It just makes the game a little bit more fun and perhaps just a little bit easier for the casual player. Another reason could be that it just doesn't mess with the balance of the game. I mean, after all, the developers have 20 years of data for the bug itself, so I'm pretty sure they can make a decision on whether or not it would affect the game balance. That is all for now, and while you wait for the next episode of Diablo 2 for Dummies, go check out the first episode talking about the classes. It's really funny and very accurate. I swear to God, it's definitely the best one out there, for sure. Maybe.